I'm just auto-attacking the closest target while non-stop auto-attacking the minions to get level 2 first. And it's really good for us because Nami's flash is not as valuable as an engaged support flash, and when Rel goes too aggressive again, tries to go on the Nami, I get exhausted, but when I just cleanse the exhaust and I continue running down the Lucian after getting first blood on the Rel. Hello guys, and welcome back to the series Reclaiming Rank 1 Nilah EUW. So, what are you for? Let's get to it. For a matchup, it's gonna be Nilah Nami against Lucian Rel. So playing against an engaged support with an enchanter, it's really important to make sure that the wave is really close to the turret so we are unable to all-in you. At the same time, you need to look for all-in opportunities for yourself, so whenever the Rel gonna be going aggressive and gonna go for a support, you can always just turn on the Lucian and get a free kill on him. It's really important to look for all-in opportunities. At level 3 would be the best, because when you're gonna have your W, and when you have your W, you're really powerful and really hard to actually deal with. But also, if you're gonna get level 2 advantage first, and enemy team still gonna be level 1 while you're going for all-in, it's gonna be really beneficial for you to go all-in at level 2 as well, because when Nami slow is gonna add so much value, and automatically you can get a cheesy pick like that. So of course it depends how the laning phase plays out. Also, we don't need to leash this game, which is gonna be an ideal scenario for us. Because we have a really good vision ward by the Nami, we know that the Lucian and Rel is inside of a bush, and I place a ward, so if Rel engages on us, which he does, we can still trade back and our minions can help us out with a trade. After that, our goal is to auto-attack the minions and try to get level 2 first, dragging these melee minions close to us so the Rel is unable to actually punish us, and go on us is really good as well. Not to mention, right now Rel flashes into the Nami and Nami flashes out. I'm just auto-attacking the closest target while non-stop auto-attacking the minions to get level 2 first. And it's really good for us because Nami's flash is not as valuable as an engaged support flash, and when Rel goes too aggressive again, tries to go on the Nami, I get exhausted, but when I just cleanse the exhaust and I continue running down the Lucian after getting first blood on the Rel, and I wanted to follow flash Q Lucian, but I decided not to do that and save my flash instead, and right now the Lucian doesn't have flash. After that, we're gonna be resetting, buying 2 longswords, a refill. I'm not gonna be having enough for refillable potions, so I'm gonna get a regular potion. But if you have enough gold for refillable, you should always get a refillable potion, even if you go in depth for it. It's still gonna be worth just because how much value it provides. Right here, I'm just typing the summoner cooldowns of enemy team in the chat. So it's gonna be 715 for the support and 725 for AD carry. It's really important to time out the summoners, because then your jungler can easily come to punish them. Not to mention, because we are freezing the wave non-stop on them, it's actually gonna be quite difficult for them to actually contest the wave, contest XP even, right? Because you can look for all-in opportunities all the time. Not to mention right now, because because Lucian was unable to shove in the wave, we can just continue freezing, and whenever you're thinning out the wave, you want to make sure that you're thinning out caster minions instead of melee minions, because the caster minions deal way more damage than the melee minions. That way you're gonna be keeping your wave way closer to your turret, because the less caster minions, the less damage we're gonna do to the wave, the less you need to actually attack the wave. They trade quite heavily, but we still made sure that we contested the wave and maintained the freeze. And right now Rel looks for a pick, but she got hit by a turret once, and we get another pick on the Rel. Lucian is trying to shove in the wave and then look for a reset, but Nami lands a really good E auto for it and slows down the Lucian, so we just start chasing down the Lucian. But right now, because Lucian is quite hard to actually reach, we turn on the Rel and we see Udyr appearing from the Dragon Pit, and we flash over the wall to escape. That was quite a big mistake by us to overchase here, and it cost us our flash, but at least we stopped the dragon and we also maintained the freeze, which is pretty good. So if we didn't chase the enemies, that would be ideal, but right now we're still gonna get a dragon and we're gonna go for a pick on the Rel, but the Rel actually escapes and we get a dragon instead. So I guess it's fine, but it wouldn't be an optimal play most of the time because our jungler was quite near, so it made the play a bit better. And of course, after coming back to lane, we come back to freezing the lane. We come back to the lane and we look for a cheese play. And right now Rel uses her abilities. She flashes the bubble, which is really nice reaction time by her. The Lucian goes away and we get another pick on the Rel. And she's only worth 176 gold because she already died 4 times in the lane. We see Rel being topside and we already pushed in the wave and the wave is bouncing back to us. And we know that Lucian is coming in, so we're gonna look for a pick on him with the why? So we E in and we actually get his flash, and right now he's gonna be unable to play the game again for another 5 minutes. Yone is quite fed right now, but we think, okay, we can actually look for this play and maybe we can get the shutdown on the Yone, which would be really ideal, but then Udyr comes as well, Lucian follows that play as well, and we end up dying for this play. And as you can see, Yone is currently 8-0 with 700 gold shutdown, so he's quite fed, and we should never go for that play, taking consideration how many kills Yone has at minute 11. Because Orianna went bot lane, of course we went mid lane and collected the mid wave, and then we were pathing towards bot side, but when we notice that Orianna is TPing into bot lane, so we come back to the mid lane and we see Yone being really overextended, and maybe we can look for a punish. Even if we're level 7, Yone is level 10 because he wasted his E ability. Right now I missed my Q as well, but it shouldn't matter with the outcome because I saved my W for the last second, so he doesn't run away but instead commits on us, and we get 1k shutdown, which is gonna be huge, taking consideration that this game gonna be really difficult and that 1k gonna go long way. After shoving this wave in, of course I'm gonna be looking for a reset. I'm buying a BF sword, or I'm gonna go for a dragon or a single plate as well, because we know that entire enemy team is top lane. Lucian R's the wave, so he denies the last play to us, and right now Udyr ghosted in and tries to run us down, but I W the Nami while my W is still up as well. I look for a play, because I don't have my E stacks, I need to be quite cautious, and right now the one E stack that I had, I used on the Nami. I try to go for the Udyr kill, and I know that Orianna is here next to me, so I'm not afraid of Udyr anymore after flashing away, and because he has ghost, he can't follow my flash. So I escape, while Orianna is trying to kite them back and actually try to get a pick. We have man advantage and we're fighting in a dragon pit, so we don't have much space to work around. I try to E towards the dragon and R the Yone when he comes back to his E. Then automatically I R him, I get the Udyr as well. After I kill the Yone, I kill the Udyr, and that would be a really good play. But because Yone cancelled my E, the play didn't work out. But you should always try to look for these plays, even though that we're inconsistent and the outcome can be quite horrible, which happened this game. But because this game is really doomed, right? Like every single roll is losing, and yeah, like the game state is horrible at itself. 21-9. We need to start playing way more aggressive to actually be able to come back to this game. I make a really big mistake here by greeting for his wave, because I didn't expect Rel to actually assassinate us, but because he didn't have much vision, that was a big mistake by me, and right now I'm literally running for my life. We have enough time to actually escape, and then I try to look for the Udyr, but I don't notice that the Udyr randomly burned like 300 of my health and I died to his item. And after I click tab, I noticed that Udyr is 9, 1 and 5, and this is still worth because we got a kill on the Udyr and I got 1k shutdown, so it's alright. We actually find an angle where we can get Herald, so of course we go for it, because this game, like I mentioned before, is really doomed. But right now our goal is to get out of here as soon as possible, but instead Eloy decides to go for a fight. I try to look for a turn, but of course it's quite difficult to find that opportunity, so I just keep auto-attacking the closest member, and then I thought maybe I can outplay this and I can get at least one kill before dying, because I won't escape the Udyr due to his slows. but sadly I get exhausted and I was unable to finish the rail kill. Our goal right now is just catch up the mid wave as safe as possible, and we want to stay safe because we don't have much vision in our jungle. Of course right now we know that enemy jungler and support is bot side, but whenever you don't have proper vision to push out the mid wave, you should never try to contest the mid wave because you're just gonna die. Y goes for a crit trade on their own, but not much goes from there. Of course, the Vayne comes in and the Y probably gonna get caught in the jungle. And right now, Udyr is literally diving us under our own turret. And he didn't care at all. He's still running around in our base with full HP. I auto-attacked him a couple of times. Real R's on me. That was really nice bubble by Nami. And then I continued to auto-attack the closest target while kiting away. And then we get a pick on the Real and on the Yone. And actually the game looks a bit better right now because we still have our tier 3 turrets and we got some pigs. After that I get a critical which is gonna help us a lot. Udyr literally goes a bit too aggressive and we get a pick on the Udyr which is gonna be 1k gold shutdown for us. After that we're gonna go for a pick on the Vayne. I try to E on him and I get the E. I missed my Q, but it doesn't matter too much because I can just run her down. She can't do much when I use my W, and we're gonna go for a Baron, but of course, because Yone TP'd in, there's no way we can actually do Baron against a Yone, so we go for a Yone instead. Yone dashes through the wall, I keep focusing him, and then I tank the Yone's ultimate, and we get a pick on the Yone. Sadly, we were quite a bit low to do the Baron, and we decided to back off. Our top and jungle got caught, and Nami is running for her life. I don't have W, so I don't have any way to help her, so I just go back to base and buy LDR. I went LDR this game because I want to have as much damage as possible to actually be able to carry the game. I tried to look for a Rel pick. Sadly, the Rel survives and I didn't find a pick on her, and then afterwards the Yone just R's the Nami, and because Udyr is really fed as well, they just kill the Nami as well. After that, the Vi actually defends the base and we still have a chance to win this. Our goal right now is to shove in the bot wave and maybe look for some pigs at the Baron pit. It would be really good for us to actually find some pigs because most of the time people recall, their recall timings are not the same and we can actually look for something, but I didn't expect the Lucian to come from Fog of War, from enemy base, and I get caught, which was a really big mistake by me, and I should never like position myself like that without the proper vision, right? But because how desperate I felt in this game, because how badly we're behind we are, any pick would actually save the game. But because we didn't find the pick, right now the game is pretty much doomed. Why can't reset either because Udyr is hunting her down and the game is over. I was quite frustrated and I actually closed down the recording right after the game and I didn't record the post-game stats. So our jungler was 411, our mid laner was 311, our EUW top was 7 to 10. So as you can see, everyone had around 10 and above deaths, while enemy Vayne had 12 kills, Udyr had 17 kills, Yone had 10 kills, and even Lucian, who got destroyed in the laning phase, picked out 8 kills due to her team being ahead. How could we actually win this game? This game was quite difficult to win due to Yone snowballing the game really hardly from the start of the game. Also, our top laner got destroyed as well, not to mention the jungler was losing as well. So the only way we could actually win this game if I got the full build and if our allies actually got some items like 4 to 5 items each when the enemy team has full builds, maybe at that point we had a winning chance, right? Also, if Orianna landed a single good ultimate and Eloy was a huge threat side lane, it would help us a lot to play the map better and actually have some pressure on the map. But yeah, that's about it for this video. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and have a nice rest of your day.